Hey guys, this is Amy with the Sweet Spot Homeschool, and today I have for you a flip through of A Gentle Feast Cycle 1 morning time plans. So good. And I have other videos where I reviewed her big curriculum, her full curriculum for Cycle 1, but this is just the morning time plans. I will take you on a peek inside and kind of explain this, the teacher's guide, and also the student pages, as well as all of the online resources, and they are fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like Charlotte Mason inspired resources, give this a try. It's so good. I'm not affiliated with them. I just think that it's fabulous. So here's a peek at A Gentle Feast. Okay, here's a look at it. This is the physical copy of the morning time for Cycle 1. And I think that right now it was on back order as of April 24th, 2020. But you can also get the digital version and just print it out. So this is the hard copy, and these are the student pages, which you get with the digital version to print out as well. So I'll take you in this first and then kind of show you how the student pages work. So hopefully you can read along. She gives you just like an introduction to how things work, and the books that you would need to purchase. And there's really not much that you need to buy. That's what I love about this. The only thing I had to buy was Then Sings My Soul, and you use that for the hymn study. And then most of the, for the the reading, that's split into forms, but a lot of people combine forms from morning time, which is totally fine, like most people do. And so my kids, I'm going to have a 9th grader and a 6th grader, and we're just going to do Form 2 for our fable instead of doing 2 different ones. And she says that's totally fine. So I'm trying to get it where you can see it. So for Form 2, it is Norse myths and Viking tales. Okay, so that's what she recommends. So those are the only things you have to buy. And then your part 1 is Bible. So every day you're going to do Bible. And then you'll loop between the different other subjects, which are called like the beauty subjects. Okay, so you'll start with Bible, and then you will do on day 1 a picture study. On day 2 you would do a picture or composer, depending on the week. 1 week you do a picture, 1 week you would do composer study. So that would be day 1. And then on day 2, you would do poetry recitation, and that depends on your form. So different age students will be doing different poetry recitation. And then day 3, you would do a poet study. And then day 4, you would do the fables that I was talking about, that we're going to combine forms. So we'll just read the same one together. And then day 5, you would do your hymn. Okay, so that's kind of how the structure of it looks. And then, look how pretty. It's really beautiful book. And so each kind of week, she has your passage. Well, this is your Term 1 Bible memory passage. So in addition to doing like a Bible reading every day, you're also going to focus on a memory passage, and you'll kind of get through it. See, practicing the whole same thing for the whole 12 weeks. And so then she gives you sort of the schedule. I'm trying to get it to go through my tripod. And so day 1, this is what you do in the Bible. Day 2, day 3, day 4, and then day 5 you could have an off day, practice your memory verse or whatever. And there's options for middle and high school if you wanted to do that. So that's what the Bible looks. And so she gives this to you, like this is weeks 1 through 6. I hope you can see this. And then you go through your beauty loop like I had said. And this seems a little out of order, but basically you're going to do one of these things per day. And so like where you see poetry recitation, there's forms 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your kids are only going to do poetry recitation 1 day a week. 1 day hymn study, 1 day poetry recitation, 1 day picture or composer study, 1 day poet study, and then 1 day fables. So I hope that makes sense. It's really easy to understand once you have it like in front of you. And then in this also she has all the the hymns that you would use. She has all the different poems depending by form for you to have to look at. See them all in there. And then she has the composer, picture of the composer, a picture of the artist, like the artist picture study, and then the beautiful prints of their own really nice paper of the art that you will study. This is all for the first term. It's really nice. So nice. And then poetry from Shakespeare, because you'll learn about Shakespeare. So everything you need is in here. She does have you, and then, okay, so that's this, and it's basically just a repeat for the different terms, so I'm not going to go through the rest of the year, but just so you can see that's what you get. And then your student pages are basically like handouts of what's in here. So depending on your student, you could go through and pull out like what they wouldn't need. So it has their, just the pretty, look, Miss Mason's famous saying. And then you have the memory work for the first term. And then you would print this out for each of your kids. The hymns, all those are in here. And then the different poems. So what I'll do for my kids, because my children are in different forms, I'll pull out all the ones that they're not going to need. And you can just, print out what, if you want to print out what is for your child, what your child will actually need. Or if your kid would like to see like what their sibling's going to read, you could just keep them in there for, all the different forms that you have in your home. But so that is what is in the student packets. Really cool. And so then in addition to all of this, you get digital resources, and I don't have, obviously I'm not going to show her website, but you can certainly, if you buy it, you can see all the digital resources, and they're awesome. So with the digital resources that you get included when you get this morning time plan, you get a Spotify playlist that has songs. You get a digital packet, obviously that's this. So if you're not going to buy this and you just did the digital packet, you're going to get a digital version of this that looks just like this. It's just going to be digital. And honestly, it would be perfectly fine just to have that. If you have a laptop or a Chromebook, you could, go through it very easily. So you'll get the digital packet of this. You'll get a biographies hyperlink in your resources, and that is going to have links to videos of the composers and some of the biographies of the artists. And some of it will be videos, some of them are websites with information to read, and all of that is going to be prompted in here when you have an opportunity to use one of those. And then also there's a YouTube playlist with some of the same information for different music, hymns, artists, composers that you would be studying. You also get digital morning time plans, and so it's kind of a different kind of version of this. It's like an editable Google sheet. And so like when I was showing you here, see how it has like all the different forms. So if you only have a kid in form 2 and 3, you could go to that editable digital morning time plan and be able to kind of make a copy of it and then delete out all the stuff that you don't even need to see. So that could be really nice if you don't like having erroneous, things that you're not going to use. So that's really nice. And then you also have the link to the student pages. So those are all the digital kind of bonuses that you get when you purchase the Gentle Feast Morning Time. It is a fabulous deal. Like if you don't use her curriculum just for everything else, just this morning time, it is such a great deal to not have to be coming up with plans, just a sanity saver. Everything you need is in here, like the pictures, the poems, so you're not scrambling around. And then there's so many links that you can just click through to get to your music. You're not having to try to find it, search, whatever. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. The digital version is $25, and then the teacher's, the printed out guide is $39. And right now it's on back order, but I'm sure she'll get more in stock. But that is what it looks like. So I hope that this was helpful. I really think it's great. This isn't sponsored. I just think that it's a fabulous program, and it's just giving your kids so many beautiful things to look at, listen to, set their minds on, and I just haven't seen anything else like it out there. So I hope you enjoyed this.